Greetings, good people. What's up? What's happening? Welcome back to TV7 Live, where we get to give you all the hottest top 20 topics. We're seeing Zimbabwe President Emmerson Mnangagwa, yes, emerging, rolling out 24 Isuzu double cab vehicles, smart vehicles, and 1,500 cash grants to traditional chiefs during the 2025 Annual Chiefs Conference in Harare, tying into Zimbabwe's Vision 2030 to uplift rural leaders despite persistent economic woes like hospital medicine shortages. Ex-users largely slam the gifts as a patronage ploy to local in rural political support, spotlighting disparities where civil servants scrape by with staggered $150 allowances, while chiefs receive luxury vehicles amid crumbling roads. This giveaway echoes a pattern of government largesse, as we are seeing right here, ladies and gentlemen. So these are not the only cars that we see being given out by the Zimbabwe President Emmerson Mnangagwa. We see more and more vehicle being given away by the Zimbabwe President Emmerson Mnangagwa. We also see giveaways in Budiriro by none other than Kudakwashe Tagwirei. Alright, we're seeing these giveaways, ladies and gentlemen. We see this cop again, making headlines again. Remember, this cop wanted to do one-man coup. What has happened to him? In a press statement, ZACC has announced that Simbarashe Mandishidza, age 35, who has been working as an assistant inspector, has been fired from the police service. According to the statement, Mandishidza was found to have behaved improperly and acted in an unbecoming manner on 13 and 14 October 2025. After a proper disciplinary process, he was officially discharged on 3 December 2025. Mandishidza had also been arrested for several offenses, including causing disaffection within the police or defense forces, fraudulently obtaining and using a vehicle, sending false information with the intention to cause harm. He had also posted videos on social media claiming that he was in charge of the police and ordered Chinese nationals to leave Zimbabwe within 48 hours. He is also alleged to have stolen a Ford Ranger. The ZACC emphasized that the Commissioner General of the Police does not tolerate criminal or unruly behavior by police officers and will continue to enforce disciplinary measures according to the Zimbabwe Police Act. And what has happened? What is happening with Wicknell Chivhayo?
to a business transaction is a contract. So we went to ZACC and we asked ZACC to give us the contracts pertaining to that. The answer that our investigators got from ZACC was they do not know these people. They've not done any business with them, and they've not done any business with them. The investigators went to Chivhayo, and he said he does not know these two guys. He knows them socially, but not in terms of business. So we persisted to an extent that you may recall that ZACC actually produced a statement in the press to say we do not know these people. If they say we have done business with them, let them bring contracts. And a contract is the document that links two or more people to a business transaction. But I can tell you, even as I'm speaking here, there is no such document. ZACC had said they have no business with them. Chivhayo said there is no business with them. And we have nothing to go by as things stand. So that is where we are. The guys, Chichimombe and Mpofu, have made allegations, but they have not supplied us with any information which would link these guys to which would link Chivhayo to the commission of the alleged fraud at ZACC. So that is where we are. That would be my short answer to your long question.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Late Show with Dr. Clarence. Tonight we dive into the latest chapter of Zimbabwe's never-ending soap opera, the ZACC Chronicles. Grab your popcorn because this one has got more twists than a Zimbabwean election results. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we're talking about the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission's masterpiece, clearing Chivhayo of any wrongdoing in a 100 million election tender scandal. Yes, you heard that right. The same Chivhayo who has been handing out cars like they are candy at a parade. But apparently, when it comes to corruption, he is cleaner than a whistle, or at least that's what Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption wants us to believe. Now, let's break down this. Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission, led by the ever so diligent Michael Reza, has decided there is no evidence linking Chivhayo to Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. No contract, no problem, right? But wait a minute. South Africa authorities flagged over 570 million transferred to Chivhayo's accounts. That's no pocket change. That's enough to buy a small country, or at least a fleet of Rolls Royces. And get this, Zimbabwe Election Commission says they had rainform, but they didn't know Chivhayo. Meanwhile, Chivhayo has been photographed with the key players, and there's leaked audios where he is basically breaking about capturing the system. But nope, according to the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission, it's all just misunderstanding. Move along, nothing to see here. But here's the kicker. The main witness, Mike Chimombe and Moses Mpofu, who could have spilled the beans, are currently enjoying complimentary stay at Chikurubi Maximum Prison for a separate fraud case. Coincidence? I think not. It's like the plot of the telenovela where the bad guys lock up the good guys before they can testify. And let's not forget, this is the same ZACC that is supposed to fight corruption, but instead they are fighting what exactly? The truth. Because if you ask me, this investigation was shallower than a kiddie pool. They didn't follow the money. They didn't dig into the financial intelligence reports from South Africa. And they didn't even bother to ask the hard questions. It's like they were playing a game of hide and seek, and they found exactly what they were looking for. Nothing. So, what's the moral of the story? In Zimbabwe, if you're rich enough, powerful enough, or connected enough, you can walk away from a scandal scot-free. Chivhayo is now officially vindicated, and Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission can pat themselves on the back for a job well done, or should I say a job not done.